Good morning. Morning, Ladies and Gentlemen. Morgen alle. Also, ich bin ja wieder da. Und ich habe mir eine Tasse Tee geholt. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Morning, guys, I'm supposed to say to you now. I'm sitting here. I got myself a nice little cuppa, and I was up at 5 o'clock this morning, and I said good morning to the birds. All the security in my house. Everything is locked 10 times. Anyway, here we are. Just want to get into the garden just to show you what it's like at 5 o'clock in the morning. God, it's absolutely gorgeous. Get that camera a little bit further away from me. I look terrible, I know. Unshaved, unwashed, everything. But it is 5 o'clock in the morning. But here we are anyway. Look, I got up early this morning because I don't know what I'm whispering for, because it just feels like it's so quiet out here. You can hear the little birds. Isn't that gorgeous? I haven't heard that for a long time. I usually get up a little bit later. Anyway, it's beautiful outside. And I just want to see if I can capture the sun coming up. I go up to the roof. I think I'll wash my face before I do this video. Anyway, lads, after the day I had yesterday, I've decided to do the whole bloody thing again, from beginning to end. My microphone fell out of my helmet, and it was half out of the helmet, and it was half in the helmet. So you get, oh, it's great, you get lots of engine noise all the time, but the sound is just awful. And hey, look, it's like Mallorca here. I'm in Frankfurt. Stop that. It's like waking up on a campsite or something like that. Anyway, folks, I'm not allowed to say folks anymore. Somebody wrote to me and told me, hey, don't call me folks. I don't like being called folks. We're not folks. I said, well, what do I call you, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna try and do the guys thing. The guys thing is not Irish, and I'm Irish, but I'm gonna try and do the guys thing. And sort of, hi guys. No, but anyway, listen, the whole thing was a mess yesterday. I went out on the bikes and the microphone didn't work properly. It was just terrible. I came home. I went into the office, and then I wanted to edit the videos, and the footage was fantastic, but the sound was terrible. It was all wind noise. Then I had 2 cups of coffee, shower and a shave, and then I woke the dog up. It's even too early for this puppy here. And then I went out for a little walk with her, and I had a terrible day yesterday. I was out on the CBF600S yesterday, and the footage was fantastic. I had a look at it last night, and the sound was terrible.
I think this bike is really ticking all the boxes. It feels very narrow. It accelerates really well.
So I went down to the garage and I had to look at my helmet to find out that the microphone was dangling out of my helmet. I'm going to put a little bit of Velcro in there today so it'll stick properly. I was very upset because I was out most of the day on the CB500, and then I even took out the CB600. I also went for a little drive with a friend of mine on his Kawasaki Z900, which was very nice.
So folks, we're going out for a little ride. That's my friend Thorsten on his new Z900 Kawasaki, and I'm on the Honda CBF600. So I'm sitting here having a little cup of tea, and I thought I'd take out a couple of magazines, and they're German magazines. It's the Motorrad magazine. I get it every 2 weeks. It's actually quite a nice magazine. I do actually prefer the British magazines, which I read here. I'll just tell you what I usually get. I get the Buyer's Guide, I get Classic Racer, I get the Classic Motorcycle Mechanics, and the which I haven't read yet, the Motorcycle Classic it's called, Take Me to the Desert, the MCN, which is somewhere in there, and I also get the Britain's best-selling bike magazine, Bike. So I get a lot of magazines, and I try to keep update and read a little bit here and there, and I find that the German magazines are very different to the British magazines. The German magazines are generally sort of really factual. The British magazines are more heart and soul, so I prefer, well, I won't say which ones I prefer, but anyway, look, I was having a little look in the mag here, which is the middle of May edition of the Motorrad. On the front page, there's the new Harley Davidson lowrider and the Triumph Tiger 1200 GT Pro, and there's a run-up of the BMW S1000 or, no, not the double or, the or, up against the new Yamaha MT-10. So I thought we'd have a little look at that. So upon opening the magazine, I noticed electric scooter. Now I think this is nice. It's BMW's latest edition of the CE04, and I'll just let you have a little look at that there. And what I'll do is, actually, I will take a little picture with my GoPro and let you have a look at that later. Or I might put it up there or up there. So, what else did I see in the mag? I went on to page which featured the new Honda Hawk 11. Now this is interesting. The new Hawk 11 is powered by not the Transalp, I was going to say the Transalp, but it's powered by the new Africa Twin with that fancy gearbox, DTC gearbox. It sort of resembles something which I had seen, and it struck me straight away as being very similar to the new Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR. Now, of course, it's not going to be as powerful or as expensive. I think the 1200 Triumph comes at over 20 grand, and you can put a few things on top of that again. It's going to be around about 11 or 12 grand. So it's the new Honda Hawk 11. I don't like that name, Hawk. That came out, as far as I know, on the really old CB250s, which was called the Hawk 250. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, I'm going to take a picture of the Hawk, and then I'm going to take a picture of the Triumph, and you let me know if they are similar. Well, strikingly, the front has that headlamp, that front fairing headlamp on the Hawk, and the same sort of fairing headlamp on the Speed Triple. Engine wise, it's going to be powered, as I said, by the Africa Twin, which is a fantastic engine, but it's not the sportiest of all things. But both bikes have that sort of retro look. So is that Honda's answer now to the Triumph? We'll wait up and see. Anyway, what came up next? Yes, the BMW 1000R up against the Yamaha MT-11. MT-10, of course. Bear in mind, the MT-10 is not as expensive as the BMW. It's considerably less money, but it didn't do as well. Now, which one would I buy? I'd go for the BMW. If I'm going to spend that type of money anyway, I'd go for the BMW S1000R. It lost out everywhere a sort of a little bit. So in all, it just wasn't as finesse and finished as the BMW is. So personally, I'd go for the BMW. Anyway, now we're up to the Triumph Tiger, the new 1200. Now that's all over every magazine at the moment, and I know you're probably bored with it, but surprisingly, Triumph brought out 5 models of that all at once, which I think is an amazing feature. BMW only did 2. They did the GS and the GSA, and then you could stock it up with all the extras whichever way you like. Now, in all, a fantastic bike. What's it up against? It's up against the BMW GS, it's up against the Ducati Multistrada, it's up against the Harley Davidson Pan American and the 1290 Duke as well. So, we'll see how that fares out. What is to be said? Everything was fantastic. The brakes were brilliant. The handling was fantastic. The engine was brilliant. Everything was amazing. However, the last thing that struck me there, which I thought was very surprising, it says, etwas mehr Kurvenwilligkeit wäre das Tüpfelchen auf den i. Now, it would be the icing on the cake if the bike could corner that wee bit better. That's what they mean there. So anyway, let's see how that fares up. What else did I find? Oh, I forgot to take pictures of the Triumph there, but I have to take a picture of this here because BMW could be bringing out a new 1300 GS. Now, everyone is sort of speculating. I've seen pictures, I've seen drawings and all sorts of things. Let's just wait up and see what the damn thing looks like. Picture on this is nice. I don't know what to say. Anyway, make up your own mind. Will it be 1300? Probably will. It's going to have to put up a little bit more power, because definitely the KTM is more powerful, definitely the Ducati is more powerful, and the Triumph is more powerful now as well, and even the Pan American is more powerful than the GS. I have a GS. I think it's powerful enough. It's got that amazing grunt, and when I'm driving in the Alps, it's all I need. I don't need any more. That's the way it goes. It's going with the trend. Anyway, what are we up to today? I was out with the CB yesterday, the CB500, and then the CBF600S. Had a terrible day, so I'm going to repeat that. So I'm out today, it's a beautiful day, and I'm going down and I'm going to take the CB500 out of the garage, and I'm going to let you have a little run out with me. I hope you enjoy it. Stay with me for that, and see you in a minute.